KLFY and Henderson of Abbeville.
Hello, Acadiana, and good morning. Welcome in another edition of Hunt, Hook, and Cook. Hanging out with K-Fred, baby. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Weatherall. Let's show off this sockeye that's going down. We went fishing with K-Fred a few weeks ago out on the Atchafalaya Basin. Hunt, Hook, and Cook. Let's go.
KLFY and Henderson of Abbeville bring you Hunt, Hook, and Cook.
Hunt, Hook, and Cook out on the Atchafalaya Basin, hanging out with the one and only Kendall Frederick. K-Fred, what's happening, baby?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Good seeing you. It's been a year since we fished last time. Hopefully we catch a few today. It's been kind of tough and hot, but we're going to give it a try for sure.
Obviously last year, at this point, we were in a significant drought. Been dealing with some afternoon thunderstorms. What are the challenges of a rainier season or a normal summer season compared to something like we dealt with a year ago?
The basin's been high for a good while, but the water's finally coming out. I mean, the river dropped real fast. Typically you get that current, the fish bite good. We in the summer pattern now, the afternoon thunderstorms are coming through.
Rod and reel, lures, I mean, the list goes on and on, because the reality of it is people at home, they'll ask me like, hey Gerald, what kind of jig? I'm like, man, I wish I had those answers. So what's the setup? What are we fishing with?
Well, naturally, we're going to talk about my rod and the reel. It's an 8.5 foot, kind of built like a fly rod, super light. My technique, I like to cast, we call it popping a float. I like these little jigs. This is a little yellowhead jig I tie. I think that's an A3 on my website. They like that small profile sometimes, you know. But this technique, you cast it, you pop the float, and usually they hit it. That technique's been working pretty good. And so it's a K-Fred rod, K-Fred reel, K-Fred bait.
What is the approach you kind of have to have when you talk about fishing the basin specifically compared to some of the more popular, bigger freshwater bodies of water across the state?
I think it's a matter of keeping your bait wet. You got to fish. You got to find them, locate them. Like right now we have a current. You want to fish these points where the water might be coming around the point. Those fish are ambushing bait. It's a good place to look for. So typically that's a good pattern to do, but keeping your bait wet is a big thing. You got to fish, you know, locate the fish and stay after them. And that would be my suggestion.
Hunt, Hook, and Cook with K-Fred, baby. We appreciate it. KLFY News 10, always having fun when we make our way out to the Atchafalaya Basin, baby. Yeah, you're right. I'm Gerald Grunick. Come on, somebody.
KLFY and Henderson of Abbeville bring you Hunt, Hook, and Cook.
All right, Acadiana, you saw the sockeye. Kendall insisted that we would do some etouffee, so we're going to make that happen, bro. I'm plating it up to the best of my ability. Look, we got much more coming up this morning. I'll make the joke. We got an exclusive interview with K-Fred, another one, baby. And look, Acadiana, we can't be plugging fried fish and etouffee without putting some fish on there as well. I think we got Jasmine Jones in the break room, Elwood. Right? Ain't that right? We're going to have to bring this plate to Jazz. That's just for you because she's part of that KLFY family. K-Fred holding it down this morning. Hunt, Hook, and Cook. Much more coming up from us in the next half hour.